Hello, darling.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey!
Hi. Good morning.
Hey, Boner.
All week long.
Gavel has been dropped. It is time for court.
Hello, and welcome to the new clean version of all of our shows, because apparently if you say a curse word, even the S word, the D word, or the H word, Creed, within the first 30 seconds of your video,
I watched the video.
you're in trouble. But it's not just that. It goes deeper. It goes way deep into your video. So don't let it be said that we're just selling out. We're just selling. So
it's all just a rumor. No, I saw the video as well. Very, very interesting stuff from old Charlie, who speaks broken English on his subtitles.
yes.
Anyway, well, sorry, Mikey was telling me a story.
Oh yeah,
and
I got robbed. That's all we're talking about.
And I forgot to tell you, I heard that in your family, if you get robbed, you go out and buy a brand new vehicle on the same day. I'm surprised you're not car shopping as we speak.
I am not. I was surprised by that as well when it showed up in my driveway. While I was hanging out with my grandson. I was like, "Oh, new car, huh? Nice." Also, Creed, a programming note. This past, what was it, Thursday that we were on? No, past Friday, we had the incredible case of the AA couple that were in love, Mr. Pike and his lady friend. I believe her name was Margaret. And yesterday, or day before yesterday, one of them, Mr. Pike reached out to me. We've had a very long conversation. He enjoyed what we did. I've never met somebody who is quite like him. Supposedly my copy of the book is on its way. And for all of you, like, Mikey, why would you give a stalker? Would you give a stalker your address? I did not. I gave it a neighbor's address who I've already informed that, hey, I accidentally apparently something I ordered had the wrong number on it. So
all right, that's a good
just letting you know, if something shows up to your house from Mikey the Legend, I told him it was wrong, but if anything shows up from Mikey the Legend, could you please let me know and I'll come and grab it for you. It'll be a book. So if we get the book as he has promised, he said he would love for me to review said book.
Okay, all right.
And I will be reading excerpts from the book. You know, the book that's not on sale, but I figured he had one or two laying around.
Yeah.
He did request, by the way, that we block out his address and her address as well, as a courtesy to her, which I did because I received an email from YouTube asking me to do that as well. Because there was a privacy issue. And it wasn't like a nasty gram from YouTube. It was just them saying, hey, these people have asked you to do this. Would you please do this? And I did put up a big blurry thing. Supposedly he spoke with Law Talks with Mike's as well. And so I'm guessing he did the same thing, or one of his minions did. And so the blurring Creed. But it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to be a part of everything.
It's also an exciting time to start, no offense to our very own Carol, but she's doing it again this year. Again, Mikey, the entire month.
A little too early, Carol.
Birthday and
felony with a bottom out of 35,000.
What?
También tiene un tercer cargo por contravenir en las condiciones de fianza y con una orden de protección de emergencia, y eso también es un delito grave de tercer grado. La fianza en ese caso es de $35,000.
So the total amount of your bond is $125,000.
It's more than
El monto total de sus fianzas es
He
de
understood that.
$125,000.
Now, your attorney can go talk to the district judge and explain to them your side of the story on why you failed to abide with your previous release conditions and try to make an argument for a lower bond. But that's something you'll have to talk to your lawyer about.
Su abogado puede ir a hablar con el juez de distrito para darle su versión de los hechos, de por qué usted no cumplió con las condiciones de su fianza
Seems very
y
animated,
tal
though.
vez
I like him.
pueda
He just made a thumbnail.
lograr que le bajen las fianzas, que le reduzcan las fianzas.
Bail bonds would often charge around 10%. In this case, that'd be around $12,000 or $13,000.
I know I paid $10,500 to get out last time with a monitor, and I've been doing good. I haven't been.
This
doing
language
nothing.
is improved.
I've been working. I got an
I don't
apartment for
speak
my
German
mom. I got a
either,
house for
but-
me. I'm paying child support. Damn, bro.
Okay, well,
That
you
was
can talk to your
10%.
lawyer about it. I don't know what the reasons were why the district judge revoked your bonds. Usually it has to do with violating conditions such as contacting the alleged victim in the case or something like that. Talk to your lawyer about it though. I know you have your side of the story. I understand that. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's something you need to discuss with your lawyer, and your lawyer can go talk to the district judge and give him your side of the story on things. Don't worry. You don't have to.
I don't watch sports. I don't.
That's a whole lot of fucking money.
Hey, watch your language, dude.
Hey, man, we're on YouTube,
Now,
buddy.
Mr. Pena, if you do postpone and get out of jail, you have quite a few conditions you need to comply with.
Am I gonna be on a monitor again?
That's
might
right.
need to
have
be.
a GPS monitor
Listen
that's
to-
required to be installed
Miss
on
Black
your leg
down here.
within 24 hours of your release from jail. You
Oh,
understand
never
that?
mind. Let's celebrate
Yes,
all.
I mean, I didn't expect to, to have to pay all over again. Like, I come from a broke family. I come from,
Thank you, girl.
Well, like I
Right.
said,
Birthday month,
you could
Carol.
talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer can go explain what's going on with the district judge, give him your side of the story, and the district judge has the option.
Broke
to
family, like a
reinstate the old
broken family,
bonds. You
Creedy.
don't have to bond out of jail again, but that's something your lawyer's going to have to address to the district judge. Okay.
Amber, thank you, both of you. My God.
man.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, if you get out of jail, you need to install a GPS monitor within 24 hours of your release from jail.
I
Once
don't
you
think he's
get
getting
out,
out of jail.
You need to go to that GPS monitor place and get it installed within 24 hours, or you're going to be rearrested. Second of all, you're not allowed to have any contact with the alleged victim in this case, not even by phone
London
or text
town.
message or email.
No lights
Third.
next Monday.
Third, you're required to stay 200 yards away from the alleged victim at all times, no matter where they
Breakfast
are.
coming up.
And fourth, you're not allowed
Yeah,
to
he's
possess
got
any
acid
firearms
reflux,
as long as
bad.
the case is pending in court. Do you understand all those conditions?
I've been following all those conditions, sir.
Nah,
Good.
like
Well,
glue.
talk to your lawyer about it. I don't have the information on
Like
why
glue,
your bond was
Creed.
revoked, but that's something you can address with the district court. Okay. Do you have an attorney already, or do you want a court-appointed lawyer?
I have a court-appointed attorney already from y'all.
So
But
you want to keep the court-appointed lawyer then?
yeah, I want to keep him too.
Look how long
because,
that
I
guy's
mean,
foot is
damn,
over here on the
damn.
far right.
God, what the
And
fuck
he's
did
got
I
a long
do,
foot.
God? Fuck.
Watch your language, boy.
That's
Look
a
at
lot
that
of
long
money,
ass
yo.
foot.
It is. Talk to your lawyer about it. The district judge has the option to reinstate the old bonds, but that's something your attorney's going to have to address with the district judge.
It's at least 6.5 feet long.
That's a hell of
But
a
you need to
foot.
make sure you abide by these conditions, because
He must be
usually
part
when your bond gets
clown,
revoked,
Creed.
it's either because you didn't show up for court when you're supposed to, or you violated the conditions of your release.
I didn't get no. I had a lawyer. I didn't get no court date, and I was approved to take my monitor off. So I went and took my monitor off
Hello.
at the monitor office. I didn't cut no monitor off. I didn't leave Texas. I didn't go nowhere. I've been here and I've been paying my dues.
Well, then talk to your lawyer about it.
Didn't he
Your lawyer
say he
can go
took it
talk to the
off
district
and then he
judge
said,
about it.
I didn't take it
uh,
off? Leather
you have to-
lashes.
you-
Said
you
he
can-
went to
you
the
can
where
try
the
to
takeoff
advocate
place
on,
is.
get your
Oh,
lawyer to
okay.
advocate on your behalf. They
At the
just needs to
monitor
be addressed
store.
to the district judge who's presiding over this case.
All right. Damn.
Tres puntas like spider.
Damn.
All right, good luck.
Well, he's fun to start with today.
Well, he was a
All right.
a
Thanks a lot,
light.
Alejandro. All right.
Thanks for
Manuel
interpreting.
Jose Andrade.
sounds like we might need it for this guy instead.
Mr. Andrade, you are charged with a third-degree felony, assault causing bodily injury to a family or household member. Your bond amount set at $5,000. You're not going to get a personal bond because the law does not allow a personal bond on a felony domestic violence case. Set your bond, actually set it low for a felony domestic violence under the circumstances. Your bond's $5,000. My understanding is you also have a warrant for a motion to revoke your probation on another assault case with a bond amount of $10,000. So the total amount of your bond's $15,000. You are going to need to go through a bail bondsman, but your attorney can go discuss, go talk to the judge.
First guy really killed it
probation about trying to get a personal bond on probation.
Hanging in there with the G rating.
But you are going to need to go through a bail bondsman or come up with the cash on the felony family violence that we charge. Okay.
Oh, and it's a felony.
Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
I like a court-appointed attorney.
Good call.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Good luck.
And Happy New Year to everybody. Good to see you.
Robert Lee.
Jumping in over 100 of you already. Please like.
That will be awesome.
Mr. Lee, you are charged with a Class A misdemeanor resisting arrest or search. Your bond amount set at $1,000. However, I am going to do a personal bond in your case. You're going to get out of jail today for free.
And a PR.
You promise to come to court.
Holiday miracle.
Make sure you show up for your court dates. Your first court date will be written on your paperwork when you get out. It'll be sometime in the next couple of weeks. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
I want a court-appointed attorney for right now.
For right now. Good call.
One other thing, Mr. Lee, you also have some Class C misdemeanor traffic related things for expired registration, driving with suspended license. Now,
Mr.
I'm not going to hold you
Lee.
in jail on these. I'm going to release you on those. You're going to
I
have
thought it
a
was
court date
Jason
over in
Lee for a
traffic
second,
court
but
over
I
at
guess it
municipal
wasn't.
court on Burleson Road. You don't need a lawyer for those hearings.
Gracie,
You need to
congrats.
show
Love
up
it.
for it. You're going to have a separate
Beautiful.
court date and a separate location for that. It'll be written on your paperwork when you get out of jail. Make sure you show up for that as well. You understand that?
Yes, but on the didn't I thought I paid for all of those, the tickets and everything.
We don't show that you ever entered a plea on them. And now if you do enter a plea on it, you may be able to get jail credit and wipe it out. But it's something where you still need to go to court and decide whether you want to fight it or enter a plea. And then if you do enter a plea, then you can get credit for your jail time.
That's easily resolved, Mr. Lee. Easily resolved.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Rafael Cantu.
It looked a little like crap, man. You're right.
It's like
Mr. Cantu, you have 5 charges. You are charged with a second-degree felony, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon.
Oh, that's not good.
He
With
just
a bond
held
amount
that
of $20,000. You have a second-degree felony, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon with a bond amount of $50,000. And then you have 3.
I think somebody's throwing him a cough drop.
Smuggling of persons charges. These are 3 charges out of Valverde County.
Him and I
And you have
both.
a
I
bond
got
amount of $10,000 on each of these charges. So you have 5 felonies, 3 smuggling charges out of Valverde County,
Smuggling.
and then the firearm charge and the ag assault out of Travis County. Grand total of your bond amounts is $100,000. You're not going to get a personal bond. You're going to need to go through a bail bond.
Go big or go home,
Go through an
Creed.
attorney or come up with the cash. Bail
Why
bonds
not?
may
It's
be
a new
willing to
year.
do it
Let's
for
go higher.
10%, which in this case would be around $10,000. Do you want a
By the way,
court-appointed
I will
attorney
call
or
for
do you wanna
Lisa.
hire your own lawyer?
17 months a member. That's an OG.
Do you have any questions?
So I can bond out of here and then Valverde will come pick me up and I bond out of here?
If you post bond on the 2 Travis County charges with $70,000 bonds, then yes, if you do post bond on those, Valverde County will be contacted to come pick you up on the smuggling cases. That's right.
Okay.
If you do post bond, one of the conditions of your release is that you not possess any firearms.
Speaking
at
of Fred,
all.
the
You
other
understand
Fred,
that?
Fred S.
Yes,
That was
sir.
the boy.
So my bond for here is 70,000.
That's right.
That's the
Your
boy
bond
from
in Valverde is 30.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck.
All right, so real quick, can you pause that real fast so I can tell everybody that? So yeah, I like that you brought that up. I will golfer. The voting is, as far as me and Creed is concerned, is closed. We've it's a tie between I will golfer Lisa and Carol SM all. So we got a chase today. Today's poll.
So you got the
will be
graphic,
the-
don't you?
Yeah, I got the graphic. Today's poll is going to be the decider.
Yeah, the tiebreaker. And I like that. Hey, Hugh.
Because there it is.
Look at that. It's even a tie for the other
second place. Yeah, we can come up with second place at this point.
Oh, it's crazy.
So we're gonna let you guys decide during we got a chase. So during that time, whoever comes out on top between the battle of the century between Lisa and Carol will be fan of the year. So with peace and love, that's the decision.
Be ready for that during We Got a Chase today at 4:05 East.
All right, Derek Lorenzen.
Holy crap! Look at that. Loud also.
Derek loud Lorenzen. As well. OG in it.
Love it. Or we can just do a fight to the finish.
Yeah, state jail felony, possession of controlled substance.
Mud wrestling.
Bond amount set at $3,000. You also have a second degree felony, possession of controlled substance with a bond amount of $8,000. So the total amount of your bonds is $11,000. You are not going to get a personal bond. You're going to need to hire a bail bondsman or go through an attorney to bond out. Bail bondsman may be willing to do it for 10%, which in this case will be around $1,100. You'll have an opportunity to use a.
I like that he does the math for him.
Get a hold of friends or family to see what you could do to bond out. Let me ask you: do you have a place to live, Mr. Lorenzen?
No.
No. Okay. No. So the reason I'm asking is because our jail computer shows you as not having a place to live, but the personal bond shows you at 4430 Manchaca Street. Which one is it?
That's the old Kmart.
Carol, didn't Star basically say that to you in the same way you're saying that to Iowa?
Absolutely.
So you don't have any income or anything like that?
I've got money.
Whoa.
You have money to bond out?
Braggart.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. All right. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
Court-appointed.
That's smart. Save your money, man.
Yeah, how do I talk to a bondsman or whatever?
You have a list of bail bondsmen on the wall next to your phone. They're at the post. You can call them directly. Some of them don't accept collect calls, in which case you can call friends or family on the outside and have them call the bail bondsman to try to arrange for your release.
I don't know anybody's phone number. They didn't grab my phone out of my car.
Well, I understand that. There's nobody I can call.
Okay. Well, then you can try to call the bail bondsman directly.
But that's
some
about
will
it.
receive collect calls, some won't. So I can't promise you on that. You could try to think of somebody whose number you remember and call them, and they could.
My best bet would just call a random number and ask them if they have Facebook and say, "Can you look up this name?"
What's the second degree?
Send them a message.
Possession of controlled substance. So the second degree has to do with allegedly having over 4 grams of meth. The other charge has to do, heroin. And the other charge has to do with allegedly 0.6 grams of meth. So you're charged with 4.7 grams of heroin, 0.6 grams of meth.
I didn't have that much. There's no way.
But don't make any statements about your case. I know you have your side of the story. Talk to your lawyer about it, okay?
Cocaine.
I can't talk to you about your case, the facts of your case, without your lawyer present.
Heroin.
For your protection.
Heroin.
Used against
and the
you,
meth.
okay?
What a meth he's made of things.
Well, where did they say they found it? Because they wasn't in my car, that's for sure.
Well, the allegations are that they found it
in your pocket. In your
criminals
orifice.
Getting bail
canister in the vehicle.
Monies.
Canister.
That's where the allegation.
Is there a chance he forgot he had it, Creed? It was in a canister.
Now, do you have a drug problem, Mr. Lawrence?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that could have been in
one
a
of the
carpet
conditions
for all
of
we
your
know.
release is you're going to need to be screened for the drug court program. That's a
what he's really
rehab
mad
program
about.
that if you were to complete it, it would result in dismissal of the felony drug charges. Now, you're not required to do the program, but you are required to at least be screened for it to see if it's an option for you. And second of all, you are required to be screened for some type of drug counseling, whether or not you do the rehab program. And so you'll have a separate telling you when and where to go.
Oh, that guy's about to die.
And then just follow their recommendations in terms of classes or group meetings or anything like that. So hopefully you could try to get the help you need. Okay. All right. Good luck.
Come on, take the guy that's dying.
All right. Jayante
Hi,
Selman.
Mom. Have a good day at work. Who's yelling at?
This guy that's sleeping against the wall is very intriguing.
Mr. Selman, you are charged with a first-degree felony aggravated robbery charge. Your
Oh,
bond amount on that is set at $35,000.
big boy.
That's actually low. It was originally recommended at $75,000. Because you don't have any prior arrest history, I lowered it quite considerably, and also based upon looking at your financial situation. But the charges are serious, and so under the circumstances, I'm not comfortable going lower than that without a more full-blown bond reduction hearing with the prosecutors present. You also have a Class A misdemeanor burglary of a vehicle charge with a bond amount of $10,000, and a Class A misdemeanor evading arrest or detention with a bond amount of $5,000. So the grand total of your bond is $50,000. You're not going to get a personal bond. You're going to need to go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer. The law does not allow a personal bond on an aggravated robbery charge. Bail bondsman often charges around 10% in this case.
And she says it's worth every penny, Creed.
You'll have an opportunity to use the phone in just a minute to try to make that happen. Call your family or friends. If you do postpone and get out of jail, Mr. Selman, one of the conditions of your release is you're required to be on an electronic monitor. But that means, hold on. What that means is that if you do postpone, the monitoring agency is going to come and install a device on your leg, and you're required to go straight home, and you're in a house arrest. You're not allowed to leave except by permission of the monitoring agency. Do you understand that?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Did you have a question?
How much is my bond again?
$35,000 on the aggravated robbery, $10,000 on the burglary, and $5,000 on the evading arrest. Total is $50,000.
That's going to be pretty expensive to get out.
Mm-hmm. They're all racking their brains on the math.
Yeah, they're all trying to figure it out together. That's nice.
Dude, that's only $97. You're good.
One other condition on your bond, Mr. Selman, you're not allowed to possess firearms at all while this case is pending. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. I understand that.
Right. Do you have any questions?
Yes, my felony. How did I catch that felony charge?
How did you catch it?
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm not going to read the police report.
You committed a crime.
The police investigated it, and based upon witness testimony and based upon, I believe there was some video surveillance, limited video surveillance, and other things. That's why you're being charged with working with two other guys.
That's exactly right. He knows what's up now.
You can get a copy. You can get a copy of the police report from your attorney or the district clerk's office. They can go through all the details with you, and you can talk about your side of the story. You certainly have the right to fight your case. You just talk to your lawyer about that, okay?
Yes, sir.
I went in there trying to commit misdemeanors, Your Honor, and I didn't mean to come out with felonies.
Catching felonies. Chris, good luck with that. We'll be thinking about
Brian
it.
Bartels.
That's scary. I don't know one of them messing with my eyeballs.
Mr. Bartels, you are charged with a Class A misdemeanor assault causing bodily injury to a family or household member.
Where did go ahead. I was told there wasn't a causing bodily injury on that.
You were told wrong.
There was not even any contact.
Beautiful hair.
Well, the allegations were that that the alleged victim felt pain during some pushing back and forth.
He felt
pain. That's the allegation, and that's what makes it a assault with injury, and therefore the Class A misdemeanor rather than the Class C.
I think he's using the product while he's in there. Right?
I have a couple of questions for you. Because we don't have any financial information.
Brill cream,
in
perhaps.
Your case, it says, but where do you work?
I work at a software company here in Austin.
Okay.
Wow, prestigious.
6,000.
All right. And do you have money saved up to help bond you out?
I have 1,000 in my property I was hoping to use.
1,000 in his property.
That can also help bond you out.
Oh.
Maybe. I mean, I'm probably just going to try to talk to the bail bondsman, but maybe. I mean, I could. Yeah, maybe.
He had 1,000 in walking around money, Creed. 1,000.
That's his. Yeah, that's his.
600 of it could have been mine, though. So I wanted him to talk to.
It's true. You've
Software
been purchasing
guy.
anything on Amazon lately, sir?
If anybody sees anybody walking around with $600,
All right,
it could be
Mr.
mine.
Bartels, your bond amount's going to be set at $4,000. A bail bondsman will often charge around 10%, which in this case would be around 400. Okay.
Shit,
So it sounds like you have enough money in your property. to
You
be
walk
able to
around
do
with
that.
a G,
You have a
Vincent?
list of bail bondsmen.
Here goes Vincent start bragging about his money.
There at your post.
Yeah, Christy's bragging
If you
about her
do
money.
postpone-
Thank
If you
you,
do
Christy.
postpone and get out of jail, Mr. Bartels, you have an emergency protective order being issued in your case that you need to comply with. And I'm going to go over
Stay
that.
away
This is
from her.
This is for the protection of Kayla Diane Bramlett, and it prohibits you from doing 4 things. First of all, you're prohibited from committing family violence against her, which is already illegal. Second of all, you're prohibited from communicating with her or members of her household or family in a threatening or harassing manner. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You talk to her over the phone, or in some other way, you need to be very careful how you communicate with her.
Let's do it again.
Third,
It's going to be so
Third,
much
you are
fun.
prohibited
I can't
from
wait.
going within 200 yards of her address, which is at 8012 Richard King Trail in Austin, Texas. You cannot go within 200
Georgia.
yards of that address. Now, though you may have some personal belongings there, you're going to have someone else go there, get your stuff for you, and bring it to you. Cannot go within 200 yards of that address. And lastly, you're prohibited from carrying a firearm or ammunition. If you have a concealed handgun license, it is suspended. This protective order is going to last for 2 months till March 3rd. You're going to get a copy of it. Make sure you read it and comply with it, because if you were to violate it, it is punishable by up to a year in jail. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I've never understood the ammunition
need to
part. If you
find
don't
another
own a
place to live
gun,
for the
the
next couple
ammunition's
months.
not going to do you
Understand
much
that?
good.
I understand.
That's true.
Must-
I don't
Might as well be
You
a
want a
rock.
court-appointed attorney, or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
No, I can hire one.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
Dylan Dowden.
All right, here we go. Main attraction for the day, I think.
He's going to need to talk to his lawyer, Walter.
All right, Mr. Dowden, you are charged with a Class B misdemeanor theft. Your bond amount is $1,000. You also have a parole hold on a parole violation. So you're not going to be able to bond out until that parole hold is lifted. Once it's lifted, then you can post bond. In fact, if it wasn't for the parole hold, I would have probably done a personal bond in your case. But because of the parole hold, I can't do that. All right. Do you want a court-appointed attorney, or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
A court appointed, please.
Do you have any questions?
I guess, when I get my parole hold lifted, can I get the PR bond then, or?
Once you get the parole hold lifted, have your attorney come talk to me or one of the other judges about a personal bond. Yeah.
Hey, and, how long do you think it takes normally for parole to respond?
I don't know. Usually
Good question.
they come visit you sometime in the next week or two, but I honestly don't know the exact procedures from the parole board.
Appreciate that.
All right. Good luck.
Wow.
I'm going to go back
All
over
right,
here and talk
Eric
to my
Dowden.
lawyer, Walter.
Certainly not as good as we thought. You got a couple things to run to, Ryan?
Yeah. We can jump on over here. Creedence, the fine people at Knox County keep going and going and going, and they were live just a little bit ago. I figure we jump over here and watch some of the men's. Now, I know you're all saying, Mikey, that sounds real familiar. Knox County. Isn't that the same place where good old Kane is the mayor? Absolutely. He rules with the iron fist, and he'll throw a fireball in your face if you don't listen. Also, Creed, let us remind. Oh, Willow. Let's remind everybody, Knox County, originally seen here on We Got a Case. I know a lot of other people go there and watch it now, and people are like, Mikey, you're ripping off so-and-so. You want to be like him, baby. No. He want to be like me, baby. He want to be like me.
Oh, today's
Your
one of
name,
those
sir?
days when they're throwing their
Jeffrey
belts out.
Hayes.
Hey, ain't that the guy from Tim and Eric? No, he was not. But thanks for asking. Kane was Isaac Yankum,
Mr.
and
Hayes, you
he
have
was
the
the
following
fake diesel.
charges: evading arrest in a manner causing risk of death or injury, and a D felony, reckless driving, a B misdemeanor, motor vehicle light law violation, C misdemeanor, and speeding, a B misdemeanor. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charges, but do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
Need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on your charges where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? And do you swear affirm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir. How long have you lived in Knoxville?
Oh, they're playing a little bit of catch in there today, boy. Look at that. Hands.
That was pretty good.
Good catch, good throw. I see the old jailhouse football team really looking good this year, Creed. They've got a great running back. They got a good line. I think they could go all the way. I'm hearing also in my ear, Creed, since we're done with him, we're going to our friends in Licking. It seems like they're going live as well.
With old Judge George. I'll tell you, I'm going to run and I'll BRB and then we'll jump over
there. Absolutely. Carol. Who will win between Carol and our golfer Lisa today during We Got a Chase, where we'll decide, we'll break the tie, find out who is fan of the year. Go ahead and like this video if you haven't already done so as we await the final bond. And look at there, 102 peeking out. It's a good day. It's a great day. That's right. No one can resist the woos. The woos that are coming out of that cell. I talked with the guy who runs Slap Fight Championships and Slap Mountain and stuff, and I sent him a message last night. I probably shouldn't have in the middle of the night. It said, your boy Dana White needs to learn how to slap better, because he slapped his wife, by the way. Dana White slaps his wife at a club. I saw the footage. It's not good. It's not a good look for Dana White. He needs to keep his hands to himself.
Your bail on the evading arrest charge is going to be set at $8,000. You'll be ROR'd on the other charges, so your total bond is $8,000. Here's that the public defender's office is already representing you on some matters in criminal court. I'll appoint them to represent you on these charges as well. Be waiving the administrative fee. The case will be set initially for 2 days from now, this Thursday, the 5th, in felony court for a bond hearing. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay.
It's still here. We
You say I have a bond now?
Yeah.
You have a bond of $8,000 on these charges. I'm not sure if criminal court's holding you or not for anything.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he did twice. Yeah.
There you go. Thanks. That's yours.
There'll be no write-in candidate. Allegedly, he Whoa! Wait a minute. The prospector is here. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. The prospector has shown up. It was Dana White, not Dana Whitebread. Dana Whitebread gets paid to slap people. Wow. Go ahead and while we're getting the old prospector up here, I'm going to be doing a little drawing, so I will not be ignoring anybody whilst the prospector is speaking. Let's go. Oh, the prospector.
What's your name, sir?
Timothy James Farmer.
Oh, he's even got a prospector name, boy. Oh, I feel it flowing through my pen today, boys. Do you think it's claim jumping? Is he here for claim jumping?
Mr. Thornburg, you have the following charges. Mitigated criminal littering, a C misdemeanor. Obstructing a highway or other passageway, A misdemeanor. Public intoxication, C misdemeanor. I'm not asking whether you agree with those charges, but you understand what you've been charged with.
Yes.
You need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these charges. If you give up that right, Anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you if you cannot afford one. I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on the charges where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes.
And you raise your right hand for me, please. You swear affirm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Yes.
Thanks, sir. Currently unemployed?
No, Prospector.
Yes, I draw disability.
How much is that?
And I draw pictures.
I'm not sure how much.
The first MFT of 2023.
Oh, it's the crazy Prospector.
About $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month, Creed. We're in the
I
wrong
was
business.
getting 841, but everybody got a raise this year.
Everybody got a raise. Can we get one? Raise. What's this raise they talking about? Or can YouTube just take 20% instead of 40?
How long have you lived in Knoxville?
I've been back from Miami 2 years ago. I was down in Miami.
Miami.
All right.
Lots of prospecting down there in Miami. Did you see him walking up, by the way? Creed.
Sorry,
Did you
yell at my
see-
wife who's sitting in
Oh,
a
I'm
chair
sorry.
talking at the top of her lungs while we do
She's
the show.
working, Creed. She's working. Did you see this young man walk to the mic?
I did. It was great.
I just can't wait to watch him walk away.
Your bond on the A misdemeanor is going to be $250. Should be R award on the other two charges, so your total bond is $250.
250 bond. Well, oh, look at you pass. First one of 2023. Over on our Discord, exclamation point Discord, by the way, all the way down the bottom, the MFT ownership claim. All you got to do is screenshot it. Be the first person to get it. But I mean, congrats to Pass.
Pass is on it though. She's got a cheating method that she's killing over there.
Sergeant Baker.
Well,
Did you
that
get that
raise
back
he
for me?
got will cover his bond, by the way. I used to serve in Fort Knox, Your Honor. What do you have to do to become the mopper around there? I mean, that's got to be a good job, right? How long do you have to
the
be?
Knox County Public Defender's Office to represent you, waiving the administrative fee.
What about his mule? Has anybody checked on his mule?
Cases will be set this Thursday, the 5th, in misdemeanor court for a bond hearing. If you make bond before then, they'll reset your case out a few weeks. Good luck to you, sir.
All right, let's see. Watch him walk away before we jump over.
That is so good. Wait, he's coming back. Wait.
Put the handle now.
Over to looking, ladies and gentlemen. Sheriff Randy Ford. The trustee gets to operate the law.
Ah, that's it. Hey, somebody shaved. Look at that. Close shave.
Oh, yeah. Look at that baby face Judge George today. Starting the new year right.
His wife said too many women are commenting how you're hot. Let's get rid of that.
If you need a
sexy
court-appointed
beard.
attorney, get that paperwork filed over here, municipal court. I'll release you today on your own recognizance on the condition you have no violent contact with any of your family members. You understand that?
Yes.
Aftermath, everybody getting together for the holidays, I guess.
And he's got till next year to get
Next
it all
matter is
sorted out.
23 CRB 4, State of Ohio versus Joseph Rogers.
That's what he'd be saying if I shaved mine, Jay.
Mr. Rogers, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future.
Let him wear
If
his
you have a right to an
civilians
attorney.
in.
If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for a court-appointed attorney. I have a complaint here charging you with falsification. Did you receive a copy of that complaint?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you need me to read that to you today?
No, sir.
Okay. The maximum
Please.
penalty for that offense is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. You have any questions about that charge?
No, I don't, sir.
Okay. How would you like to plead today?
Guilty.
Not really.
You want to say anything before on today?
No, sir, I don't.
He does. You're right, Viking. It's true. We have noticed that.
Yeah.
Falsification.
Actually, I'd still like to say one thing. Good.
Okay.
If my mom's sitting out there, I'd like to apologize to her. I'd like to say her.
What?
That's all.
Shout out to my homies on cell block 6.
Shout out to Dick Harris.
Yes, sir.
Who do you live with?
My mother.
Your mother? Okay.
Yeah.
Hence the shout out. How old is she? 80,000 years old? My God.
Oh, everybody's sitting on the proper side today. Nobody on the other side in the
Do you see his mom there?
What was your other warrant for?
A probation violation.
Probation violation.
Yes.
Realtree paid handsomely for this endorsement.
Oh, yes, I read about that in the Bible.
Did you have a hearing today on that?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Why is his shoulder so square?
Okay. You know what it is?
Very squared off your right.
No, sir, I don't.
Okay.
I think no, I'm not sure. I can't tell you for sure.
Okay.
He's got the sniffs, but I don't see him doing lines of coke, really.
Maybe he's just emotional. Maybe.
Cocaine.
Maybe went down the road and caught a cold. Possible.
Maybe. Just maybe.
That was a great one, wasn't it? Have you guys seen any of the Mr. Rogers doing a bunch of like flipping you off and swearing and stuff?
I'll give you no R on this case. If you need a court-appointed attorney, get that paperwork filled out.
Okay, thank you.
Next matter is 23 CLB3, State of Ohio versus Samantha Sanders.
Spot on.
Samantha. I love you.
Stephen from the wall.
Sanders, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for a court-appointed attorney. I have a complaint here charging you with domestic violence. Did you receive a copy of that complaint?
I did.
Okay.
Didn't see that coming.
You need me to read that to you today?
Do I need you to read it to me?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Maximum penalty for that offense is 180 days in jail
Kurt,
and a $1,000 fine. Do you have any questions about that charge?
No.
How would you like to plead today?
Not guilty.
Oh. She wouldn't hurt a fly, Creed. Unless it was unzipped.
Want to say anything before I set your bond today?
Do I want to say anything?
Do you want to say anything before I set your bond?
He wants to answer your
He
question.
lied. He was on top of me.
Whoa, what?
Go on.
Figure out how I ended up here. He didn't. So I don't know.
Maybe.
He was on top of me.
You have some more to say?
With my mom.
With your mom?
Yes.
Where does she live?
In Glenford.
Her house.
You filthy, stinky prostitute.
Mikey, we don't know
That's
that.
terrible.
Kit Kat.
She's so provocative, Creed. And hot. Right, JG?
Yeah, sorry. Say it slower. He was on top.
He was on top of me, and next thing you know, I'm here.
Okay, I'll release you on your own recognizance today on the condition you not have any contact with Jonathan Carruthers and you not use any alcohol or drugs. You understand that?
Yes. Now, how long is that all my stuff's at that house?
Patasko, you can have Patasko police do a standby to get some things. Is that what you need?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put that on your bond sheet. Okay.
Okay.
I really hope we get the police suited, man.
You know she's there. I can feel her presence surging over us all.
Just remember that it's
Okay, thank you.
It's Judge George, so
Nah, she's not gonna be in a good mood.
Next matter is 22 CRB 1215, State of Ohio versus Aaron Snyder.
probably just see her arm or something.
Ooh, Aaron Snyder.
Mr. Snyder, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for court-appointed attorney. I have complaints here charging you with assault and criminal damaging. Did you receive a copy of those complaints?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you need me to read those to you today? Okay. The maximum penalty for assault is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. The maximum penalty for criminal damaging is 90 days in jail and a $750 fine. Do you have any question about those charges today?
No.
Okay. How would you like to plead?
Sure.
Not guilty.
Hey now.
Say anything before I set your bond today?
Yes, I was just wondering if you could get a lower bond because I have appointments to go to and I have my aunt's funeral to go to.
Oh,
wow.
Couldn't you pick a
My
better
aunt's
time to
funeral
die?
to go to and doctor's appointments.
What kind of appointments do you have?
It's for my HRT. I have a foot doctor I gotta go see and I gotta see a heart specialist.
HRT. It's not. It's spelled HEART.
I've been having a lot of heart problems lately.
Gosh, with that many funerals, you think it wouldn't be assault? It'd be a murder.
I got a bunch of funerals to go to, Your Honor.
You live on Kibler?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Aaron or Aaron? Yeah, exactly.
These biscuits. And I am working.
Where are you working?
I work for my friend. She works out of college. We do cleaning.
Okay.
Cleaning of what?
We make really good money up there.
Oh, serious?
Oh,
Like,
braggart. Real good money.
Been doing it since 2021.
wow, that's like
That's almost a whole 2 years
Of
ago.
the summer.
Nope, not just 6 months ago.
yeah, Judge George is his personality is kind of compared to Judge Stanford.
It's dead. He's dead inside.
He really is.
Somebody answer that phone.
How dare you?
Philip, yes. Licking is live 24/7, 365. You just got to know when they go on.
And they have 3 different courtrooms, so you got to make sure you find the right courtroom. A lot of people don't understand most of these places have multiple courtrooms, and some of them are on all the time. Like this one, guess what? We can't rewind it or anything.
Yeah, you can't do nothing. See when they're
Can't
live.
pause it. Can't do anything.
Although for a little bit we could, remember?
For a little while, yeah.
It was amazing.
But a lot of courtrooms lock it so you can't. Some allow you to do
Okay,
so.
where you have no contact with the alleged victims in this case and rent to own. I'll set your bond at $1,500, cash surety 10%. You need a court-appointed attorney, get that paperwork filled out. Thank you.
Say something about rent to own. What?
Next matter is 23 CRB 1, State of Ohio versus Jody Slattery. Ms. Slattery, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future.
I'm
You have
guessing
a right to an attorney if you cannot afford one.
Aaron
you can
was
make an
classified as a
application for
worman because now
court-appointed
we're in
attorney.
the worman's.
I have a complaint here charging you with disorderly conduct. Did you receive a copy of that complaint?
I did.
Okay. Do you need me to read that to you?
No.
Thank you, Walter.
Maximum penalty for that offense is 30 days in jail and a $250 fine. You have any questions about that charge?
No, sir.
Okay. How would you like to plead today?
Not guilty.
Good choice. Seems popular today. What do you think she did, Creed?
Isn't this the girl from Teen Mom 2 that lives in the swamp?
Do I say anything before I set your bond?
No, I don't think so. I have a question about after you set the bond of the no contact order, how that works.
Okay.
Well, let's read the charges together, shall we?
Let's do it. I can't guess anymore because they all end up being DVs, I guess, or assault.
Do you live with Mr. Humphrey?
Say that again.
Do you live with Mr. Humphrey?
I do, yes.
Okay.
You live in a home.
She beat him up.
Messaging. Subliminal messaging.
I didn't even notice that.
I have, he's my second husband, and I share custody
I hope you're right.
with my kids 50-50. So I don't know how that no contact order is going to work with me having my kids in the home.
Did you get served with a civil protection order?
I just am assuming that I did. I didn't receive anything.
Okay.
She's assuming she's going to get one, Creed. She's got 2 husbands, ma'am. I only got 1 wife. How's that even fair?
I'll wait till you move to the villages in Florida. And that might...
Oh, well. Too old. By then, I'll be too old to enjoy 2 wives.
I don't know, man. Drugs make your body do crazy things out here. Never know once you hit that age. You know?
We can only hope.
A lot of people
Okay,
think
I'll release on your own recognizance on the condition you have no violent contact with Sean Humphrey. You understand that?
Oh, John.
So that means I can return to the home.
She can go back. Yeah. Yeah, you're good, honey.
And how long
If
is
you,
that?
obviously, if you can make arrangements, if you're having issues, it'd be a good
Charlie
idea to make arrangements
Payne.
for something else.
Congrats,
Okay?
Charlie.
Yeah.
All right.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Train.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
But by the time I
It
get
is
to the
22
45,
CRB 2065, State of Ohio versus Michael Wolford. Mr. Wolford, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for court-appointed attorney. I have 4 complaints here. 2 charging you with telecommunication harassment and 2 charging you with menacing by stalking. Did you receive a copy of those?
Always love those. By the way, look at him.
I did, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you need me to read those?
Guilty.
To you today?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay. The maximum penalty for all of those charges is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine.
I feel like I could palm his head, Creed.
I do not, Your Honor.
So small. Hey, look out.
I feel like next time he comes in, it's going to be in for murder, most likely.
I can't believe he's Griggsy. Is that you?
Griggsy?
How would you like to plead?
Look, very familiar. Look. Is that
Mrs.
guy's
Moore's
old?
here on behalf of the prosecutors or the law director's office. Ms. Moore, did you have something you want to
Yes,
say?
Your Honor. The allegations in this complaint are troubling in a way that is the defendant's behavior is alleged to be unpredictable, unstable, desperate, and escalating. He was involved with the victim in a relationship. After they broke up, the behavior began, according to the record, in September, and was repeated contact, even though she told him to stay away. There's an allegation that he changed his number 3 times to continue contacting her. When she blocked that, he would go through Venmo. He was told by his work to stay away from her. That still did not stop him. The final straw was on December 19th when he showed up at her residence and would not leave until she threatened to call the police. This has affected the victim in several ways, where she's fearful to go to a residence without driving around it before she goes back. She's had to take several measures to make sure that her home is secure because she doesn't trust him. She's asked him to leave her alone multiple times, and he simply refuses. We would ask that a bond in amount of $25,000 be placed on him just due to the unstable, desperate, unpredictable behavior he is displaying for the safety of the victim. There is a CPA that has also been ordered.
Okay. Have you been served with civil protection order?
I have, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I cranked that up as much as I could, but you got the idea.
You live in Galloway?
Yes, sir.
3 different numbers. That ain't nothing compared to what we dealt with the other day.
He needs just simple as that. She needs to find her a boyfriend. The bigger the dude, the better.
Yeah, the
promise
dude,
you.
Doug, the guy is he's the founder of DC Shoe Company. It was big in.
It's still kind of big.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what is the thing they used to do on ESPN?
I think they sold it now. I don't even know if he still owns it.
But no, it's pretty it's sad. I wear DC shoes all the time, though.
I got several pairs still in my closet.
Unwillingness to leave her alone, regardless of what measures she takes. I believe she's even tried to go through his employer to talk to him. There's an allegation that he had some issues at work and had his employer contact her, even though she had been telling him not to contact.
I mean, people get broke up with every day. They do understand that. There are other people.
Some people can't take that. Good. That's his name. Thank you, Love.
Yeah. I don't believe there's any reason for him to be in this county, to be honest.
Okay.
It's outside of this
Yeah.
county. But this is certainly.
Snowmobile, I believe.
See, I heard it two ways: snowmobile and one snowboarding. I heard it both ways.
I wonder what.
Maybe he was snowmobiling while snowboarding, and that's what got him.
Okay, Mr. Wolford, I will set your bond at 10,000, cash surety 10%.
That's it.
You have no contact with Christine.
That's a little low, isn't it?
And you'll
Yeah, I
abide
thought
by
it was
some protection order. You understand that?
I thought it was gonna be a bit,
Yes,
bit
sir.
more.
Okay, thank you.
Then she asked for 25.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm kind of surprised about that actually.
Yeah, that.
Thank you. Sheila.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, that was we didn't.
Okay, as you heard me tell
That's
this
what happens
folks,
when Judge George.
today's hearing is being recorded. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application.
So we're going to
for
the
an attorney
courtroom
today.
now,
When I
guys.
call your
We're
name,
gonna
have
hear
a
from
seat at
these
the
people.
table. We'll go
Yeah,
over your
we'll only
charge.
hang on that for
And your
just a
plea.
second,
Because the volume's probably going to be really low, too.
Yeah, we'll see. You know what? You might be right. That a lot of snowboarding when you're going up high in the mountains, you get rides up either helicopter if you're rich or by snowmobile if you're more poor to hit all the powders. So that actually would make
I have
sense.
a complaint here charging you with theft. Did you receive a copy of that complaint?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need me to read that to you today?
Theft?
Okay.
Where'd they
The
steal
maximum
from?
penalty for theft is 180 days in jail
Walmart?
and a $1,000 fine. You have any question about that charge?
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah, I qualify for the evaluation program. Can I apply for that?
Yes. Yeah, certainly. Is that what you want to do today?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What you said? We got something else too, right? You said.
Well, it's your, I'm going to give you the choice, Creed. We can go back to finishing out Knox County, or we can start on this other case that is probably about 20 minutes.
Oh, it's totally up to you. I'm fine with either.
So back to Knox County, where isn't that Chad Kroger?
Oh yeah, Nickelback, love it.
Did he just lower?
Yeah, he did. I understand. I get that. I can see why. I do that the whole time, please, sir.
Yeah, just look at that cool snake tattoo.
Oh, Mad Max, awesome, dude. Mad Max morning show. Oh yeah, that's. I think about mornings and do those really weird yawns too with my teeth.
What's your name, sir?
Eric Parker, Your Honor.
I mean, he's a magistrate. Really, we don't have to call him Your Honor, do we?
Mr. Parker, you have two charges: possession of burglary tools and a misdemeanor, and aggravated burglary. I bet that must be. Hang on, just one. Attempted aggravated burglary, D felony.
Damn.
I'm not asking whether you agree with those two charges, but do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
You need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent.
Worst
No one can force you to say anything
burglar.
about these charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you if you cannot afford one. I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges, where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. You understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? And do you swear firm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Yes, Your Honor. I think so.
It's the affidavit you filled out about how much, what your income is and such. How long have you lived in, how long have you lived in Knoxville?
My most current stint it's been about 8 years. I have a 7-year-old son.
Congratulations.
Oh, and I grew up in the area before I went in the Marine Corps.
Oh, Semper Fi. That's why you got all those crappy tattoos. You ever been to Jacksonville, North Carolina, home of the bad tattoo?
Obviously, look at his arm.
He's in medical. He'll somehow get that.
Did Sailor Jerry do that one? I always like it when tattoo artists have really weird names. Like Bart. What a weird name for a tattoo artist.
Slow moving on this dude. Has he got a lot of charges?
Maybe this aggravated attempted burglary. Oh, you covered that up. You don't want to look too badass.
Sorry, Edward.
Well. Maybe, just maybe. I mean, if you can't even get you can't break into the spot. Is it really burglary? Isn't it just failure of burglary?
I bet you this guy drives a Harley Davidson Sportster and stands up on a chair going down 17, on its seat with his arms out like this.
Badass.
Shit-faced after a concert at House of Blues about 3:00 a.m. in the morning.
Is he still in South Carolina, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Won't leave. Oh, wait, completely off topic. Bishop said fat guys back in radio.
The burglary charge is
the thing,
$7,500. On the possession, on the misdemeanor burglary tools charge $500. Your total bond is $8,000. Your release is subject to the following conditions regarding the alleged victim. Rebecca McLaughlin, you are prohibited from committing or threatening to commit the offense set forth in the arrest warrant against the alleged victim or any other household member.
That's weird. Maybe
harassing, annoying, telephoning.
Maybe he was breaking into like a old girlfriend's house or something.
Well, it's weird the way that he just said that. I thought it was a possession charge, and then he goes into that with the.
Well, he said possessed burglary tools, which could be anything for like a screwdriver or anything he had in his pocket. True. But if he was trying to break into this lady's residence, I'm thinking ex-girlfriend, perhaps.
Contacting or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim, either directly or indirectly. That would include, but not be limited to, telephoning, emailing, texting, speaking to, or using a third party to contact the alleged victim. Lastly, you must vacate and stay away from the home of the alleged victim and any other location where the alleged victim is likely to be. If you were to violate any of those conditions while being out, you could be rearrested and have your bond revoked. I'm going to be appointing the Knox County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
What about his job? Did we ever hear about that?
$50 administrative fee assessed due by the 17th of January. If you cannot pay it by then, don't worry. They'll add it to your other court costs.
Barbara Chad.
You're going to be sent this Thursday, the 5th, in felony court for a bond hearing. If you're unable to bond out, you'll be in court.
Paula, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, my goodness, Paula. Here I was complaining about the $600 somebody stole out of my account today, and you're going through this. I apologize.
Right?
Everybody, Paula, that's... that's not good. Please keep us up to date. That's terrible.
The judge will reconsider your bond at that time. If you do bond out before then, that's fine. They'll give you a new court date that'll be out a few weeks if you do. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay, sir. So I can go ahead and bond out if I'm gonna have the funds to do it.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
And stay away from that old girl's house. Anybody? Anyone?
That's all. We just have thinking. Not right now. They want to work. Is someone calling?
Oh, I'd stay right there until they brought the cops in.
Yeah, they tote me out. You got about 6 months of kicking back.
I'd be drug out of that house.
Yeah. Take me to court, bud. Take me to
Especially
court.
if you don't tell me that process is happening. You're thinking about it, or What Big Cheeks do here?
It looks like a squirrel. He's got like stuff tucked in his cheeks.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were handing out sunflower seeds in there today.
Mr. Payne, let's see.
There's a very lonely guy right over his shoulder back there.
Yeah, the following charges: resisting arrest, a B misdemeanor.
He's standing sideways.
Roadway lane violation, C misdemeanor. Improper
Silhouette.
turn, C misdemeanor. Speeding, C misdemeanor.
A lot of weird stuff to.
And being a fugitive from justice. I'll go over that charge here in a more
Oh,
detail.
I bet, Angela. It sounds like a dream come true for your parents. There.
What a wonderful guy it sounds like.
Yes.
Are y'all still together?
I'm guessing. It says when I met my husband. Love that. That's good.
Y'all still together? Then F them, right?
Right.
Again, Creed, all those traffic violations you just said.
And speeding.
Yeah. None of the stuff that would get you arrested and put in jail. I bet he drives me crazy. Not stuff that would typically get you put in jail in most of America.
Oh, so I'm guessing there'll be something else.
There's
Here.
got to be something else.
See, you showed them. I love it. That's great.
F them in the A.
Well, we have a quick second, guys. Go watch one or two more, and we're going to jump on out of here. We'll be back 4:05. It's Mini Chase Monday today, and we got a chase.
Today's Tuesday.
Fugitive from justice charge relates to matters out of the state of New York. I'm not asking whether you agree with all these charges, but do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes. Are they coming to get me?
That's
all right. So he was wanted in another state. There's your answer.
So the rest of that is
they've said they are. I need to go of your right. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you. On the misdemeanor charges, you have the right to have you have the right to have a preliminary hearing.
I am.
The judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause
Love
for those
the
charges to be
lurkers.
prosecuted. You have the right to have what's called an extradition hearing on the fugitive from justice warrant. It's where the state of Tennessee would have to show by sufficient evidence that you are the Floyd Payne that the state of New York is seeking to extradite. So the only issue, essentially, the issue for Tennessee is whether you're the same person they're looking for. Do you understand those rights?
Yes. And how long do they have to come and get me?
2 weeks, I think, maybe 3.
There's not like a set time. Usually, what they'll do is if you'll be in court Thursday morning, they'll give you an opportunity to sign a waiver of extradition. If you sign that, they'll reset your case out a couple of weeks, and see if New York comes to get you. New York doesn't come to get you, then you'll probably want an attorney there to argue for Tennessee to let you out, since New York doesn't look like they're going to come get you. If New York has come and got you, they'll probably dismiss your charge because New York has you. But you do have some other misdemeanors to deal with. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear firm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Yes.
Thanks, sir.
These are the worst because it doesn't matter what it really is. No matter what.
So can I ask you a question? Do
Go
they
ahead.
usually come? I'm sorry.
Yeah, let me get through everything. If you have a question at the end, I'll be happy to try and answer it for you.
They're not going to be able to answer any of these questions. If they come and get you, they're taking you.
Looks like you
That's all
gave a
they're-
Knoxville address. How long you lived in Knoxville?
15 years.
15 years ago.
You've been running from those
15
charges in New York.
years?
15 years, maybe.
Yeah, he's been on the run for a while. That's a while. A fugitive from justice. I wonder what he's wanted for up there. Hope it isn't traffic tickets.
2 storms in Wisconsin. That's what Griggsy saying about I felt bad because while we were down in Myrtle Beach, mom and dad been letting Coda out and taking care of the kitties. And It said 3 days.
Are
in a
you
row.
requesting an appointed attorney or are you planning to hire an attorney?
The fog was so bad.
It was bad here too.
Requesting an appointment.
Barely see a few feet in
I'm going to
front.
appoint the Knox County Public Defender's Office to represent you. There will be a $50 administrative fee assessed due by the 17th. You cannot pay it by then. Don't worry, they'll add it to your other court costs. The cases will be set this Thursday, the 5th, in felony court.
Again, they wouldn't have caught him if he hadn't been.
You had a question?
Speeding.
The
Love
fugitive
that,
from death
Ann.
warrant is an unclassified felony.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Ryan Hall, Carol Small.
DUI in New York.
Y'all.
DUI.
Okay. I mean, that's something you'll need to discuss with your attorney.
Well, you got a good chance they won't come get you then.
Hey, V.
Right?
The
V?
information we have is that they've listed you as a wanted person and they're coming to.
I mean, DUI 15
wouldn't
years
think so.
ago. I don't think they would either.
I think even if it was a few years ago, they're still not going to come get you in Tennessee for. Do we? I don't think
A DUI charge, especially when it's a lot less enforceable. You know, what are you going to make him get a breathalyzer thing there, or he's going to have to do? You know, it's interesting.
That's a tough one.
Maybe he's got multiple DUIs, but I don't know.
Extra value. But you can discuss the rest of that with your attorney.
So the charges aren't in front of you as far as New York is concerned. You wouldn't be able to tell me that.
Does it say what it is? It says felony DWI second offense.
There you go. It is. So it is a felony and
second offense. Yeah.
Yeah. Problem is he ran. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
And now he's going to have all that other stuff on top of it. Hey, don't drag that. Pick that up. Those bags aren't that thick. Buddy.
Oh, they might for a second offense like that. They might actually
come get them.
What is your name, sir?
Caleb Walker.
He's been in the system a few times. I think he's going through the motions here.
Maybe. If you were in Creed, you know, for a little while, would you want to do what they're doing, like trustee work, get out of your cell and just do some things like that?
I would think so. Yeah, I'd need something to break up the monotony. I don't really care what it is, even if it's cooking any of that stuff. Just to be out of the cell. I couldn't imagine.
Especially with a TV in there. I mean, if they put me a TV in there, I probably could be all right for a little while. But I got a feeling there's no TVs in any of these rooms.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice it. It's massive. What is it?
I see it now.
Vincent, I didn't even see it.
In our defense, until he turns a certain way.
Mr. Walker, you have two charges: DUI second offense, an A misdemeanor, and speeding, a C misdemeanor. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charges, but you understand what you've been charged with.
Yes, sir.
You need to go over your rights. You have the right to
It is
remain
pretty
silent.
clean.
No one can force you to say anything about this matter. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges, where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there's probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights? Can you raise your right hand for me, please? And you swear affirm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And how long have you lived in Knoxville?
Oh.
It'll be 2 years in April.
Okay.
I know they don't mess around with it. I don't. Especially that second offense, though.
Yeah.
That's as I was saying, he walked up all hard. That's why you could just tell he's been around the block a few times.
You can tell some of the guys that are new in there because they're real timid. Like the guy a while ago with the breaking and entering.
Right.
He was soft as baby's poop.
Yeah, no, this guy just he's
it could be a front.
Could be. I like the S's on his ears.
You're welcome. Amateur court artist classes coming soon.
There you go.
Those three guys are planning the greatest escape you've ever seen in Knox County history. They're sneaking out into dirty laundry. DUI. Why is it everybody uses? Some places use DUI, some use DWI, and some places say OVI. It's very confusing. Yeah, that spot looks bad.
That was a good shot of it when they just used his everything.
Oh, like, would you use like a what do you call that? A scalpel to like make an incision in that and then push it out?
No, but
Look how big it is. Oh my God, it's big.
It's disgusting.
Oh. At first, I thought maybe somebody hit him, but there's zero any kind of like bruising or anything.
Well, anybody can sit there and watch that show, Dr. Pimple Popper. Even if you don't have a clean stomach, still.
Maybe it's permanent. Maybe that's how he got his name, Not Face. Oh hell, Not Face is in jail again. No shit. Oh, excuse me, no poop.
Oh, there it is.
That's all right. They won't catch that. I talked over some noise.
There's computers are shutting down. YouTube pulled the plug.
They're pulling it.
Okay, Mr. Walker, you've been ROR'd on the speeding charge. Your bail on the DUI second offense is going to be set at $7,500, subject to the following conditions. You're not to drink alcohol or take or possess any drugs that have not been lawfully prescribed.
He'll be out drinking tonight.
You're not to drive a motor vehicle if at some point your right to drive was restored by the court. While this case is pending, you would still be required to have an ignition interlock device installed on any vehicle you drive. You're to have a transdermal monitoring device called a scram bracelet installed on you. That is where a bracelet monitors whether you have any alcohol to drink. You're to be supervised by Knox County pretrial for that. You are subject to a curfew between the hours of 9 p.m. and 5 a.m., and you're not to violate any local, state, or federal law.
Hopefully it's Mandarin for the Jarlitos. Guys, we're going to jump out after this one. We'll see you back here at 4:05 East. I just found out today is Tuesday, so looking forward to that party. 2 days in a week.
Tuesday. First show of 2023 of We Gotta Chase. Remember I told you about the burrito, but taco shells, the taki ones. Well, now they're hard to find, and they're $35
on some pending cases. Are you planning to hire that attorney on the new charges as well? I'll indicate that on the warrant. Your cases will be set for a bond hearing this Thursday, the 5th, in DUI court. If you make bond before then, that's fine. They'll give you a new court date. That'll be out a few weeks. Good luck.
Okay. Thank you.
But if you can find those taki crunchy taco shells, well worth the purchase.
Did his paperwork fax over, Mr. Thompson?
Yes. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, Mr. Thompson's here.
Whoa, what? Wait. Golf and Guns, thank you for the 10 bones. We'll stay through him now. I just watched him walk up.
Yeah, he walked up like a big, tall, skinny penguin. Thank you, Golf and Guns. Golf and Guns won that illustrious last slot.
Yeah, Golf and Guns paid for this next guy to be seen. So. Thank him.
It was from last Saturday.
The guards in here, by the way, seem very friendly.
They do.
Is that everything else? Yeah, that's all. Yeah, they're too bad.
But as much as we're here, Creed, I can't believe we don't have a Sue. You know, we have no one that we recognize like, hey, there's so-and-so.
It shows that our Walmart has the.
See, mine
Mr.
does.
Johnson, you have 2 charges: criminal trespass, a C misdemeanor, and violation of a protective order, an A misdemeanor. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charges, but do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. I need to go over your rights.
And
You
I
have the
did
right
it.
to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you. And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear from the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
I think that has to do with your charges.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Mm-hmm. Well, in some places, I don't know. In this, I'm guessing if you notice, all the trustees have those green outfits on. So I do agree with that.
Yeah,
for sure.
true.
I like this guy. He was ready to just say, "Yeah, I did it."
Oh yeah, Jay, yeah, from 3-6 Mafia. 3-6 Mafia. One of Creed's old faves back in the day.
Oh yeah, it was.
Sipping on some syrup.
Couldn't ride in the car with Creed without him blaring 3-6 Mafia all the way.
Oh yeah, boom boom.
That little yellow car, man. Bass
With my Kenwood 12s or 15s, whatever in the back. And pass box. That was cool. You get to
Hello, you're in Knoxville.
I've been enough about a year and a half.
Yeah.
He's new to the game, but the game isn't new to
I
him.
was raised in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, shout out.
He said it right too. Charlotte.
Charlotte. It's not Charlotte. 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 Rise up. Are they matching socks over there? What are they doing? I wouldn't want to do that. Does it matter if you have matching socks in jail? George Jefferson.
You don't need matching socks anywhere.
What was Sherwood Helmsley was played George Jefferson. I think that was his name.
Well, we got a second. Those are what they look like. Listen, I don't really
so
like
good.
Are they? Because I don't really
so
care
good.
for the Taki.
I don't either
all that much.
But this, it's more of a tangy, but at the same time got a little bit of that lime taste to it.
All right.
It doesn't taste exactly like a Taki, no. But it's not hot.
Close to the Doritos tacos at the Taco
Imagine
Bell?
a Doritos taco, just turned up a little bit of lime, and it's not spicy. It's not, but it is well worth the purchase if you haven't tried them.
Order charge. Your bond will be set at $2,500, subject to the following conditions regarding the alleged victim, Donna Parrott. You're prohibited from committing or threatening to commit the offense set in the warrant against the alleged victim or any other household member. You are prohibited from harassing, annoying, telephoning, contacting, or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim, either directly or indirectly. That would include, but not be limited to, telephoning, emailing, texting, speaking to, or using a third party to contact the alleged victim. Lastly, you must vacate and stay away from the home of the alleged victim and any other location where the alleged victim is likely to be. Looks like Attorney George Pettigrew was representing you on your other matter. I'll appoint him to represent you on your new charges. Will be waiving the administrative fee.
That's disgusting. My sons tried it and they held it. Sherman Helmsley.
I'm at con, she at con, you know what I'm saying? But getting the students, you know what I'm saying? I can go in con, but she can't go in con. So she's suspended from con. But I think that she needed help. And I helped her. And if I see her.
Wait a minute. Did you understand anything he just said?
not one thing.
Try this again. Let's rewind that.
And Stephanie, yeah, they do that every so often. They clean out every single one.
I'm at Con, she at Con, you know what I'm saying? But getting the students, you know what I'm saying? I can go in Con, but she can't go in Con. So she's suspended from Con. But I think that she needed help, and I helped her. And if I see her and need help again, I'll help her again. Because the rest of the things that they say is not true. And things that she's too old and she got a mental problem, she got all kinds of other problems. And then again, that no one help her. No one, everybody wants to see her fall, but I don't. And if I see her need help, you know what I'm saying? It was cold outside, and then again, I could have went in, I didn't go in. I stayed out with her. Then we would sleep in the,
Mr. Thompson,
in the garage.
those are issues you need to talk with your attorney about. I'm
Man.
setting your case for this Thursday, the 5th, 2 days from now, for a bond hearing in misdemeanor court. Good luck to you, sir.
I can't have a bond hearing today.
No.
Nope, this is just arraignment, Thompson. You're going in front of the judge on the 5th. Step back to yourself, woman.
I hate that we got to go because we're over in the Wormans now. Over an F pod, if you will. And it looks pretty good.
Now let's hear what they got to say. Just pot it up.
All right. Do you want a court-appointed attorney to help you out? You want a free lawyer? You don't want a free lawyer?
Would you like to pay for one?
Okay, yeah, this way, this way.
She's gonna start screaming,
Uh-huh.
I don't want
Ms.
bail.
Stowe?
I don't want no damn bail.
All right, Ms. Stowe, you are charged with a state jail felony unauthorized use of a motor vehicle with a bond amount of $20,000.
Oh.
What?
That's GTA, ain't it?
You are charged with
yeah.
Class A misdemeanor
Hey,
possession
now.
of drug of a dangerous drug with a bond
She's
amount of
stripped in Jacksonville
$2,000.
before.
You have a Class A misdemeanor possession of dangerous drug with a bond amount of $2,000. And you have a Class A misdemeanor possession of controlled substance with a bond amount of $2,000. So you have 3 misdemeanor charges, bond amount of $2,000 on each. And then you have a felony unauthorized use of a motor vehicle charge with a bond amount of $20,000. Total amount of your bonds is $26,000. You're not going to get a personal bond. You're going to need to go through an attorney or a bail bondsman to try to get out. You'll have an opportunity to use the phone in just a minute to try to make that happen. Okay. Bail bond, you're not getting a personal bond because you're already out on bond on 5 or 6 other cases. So you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck.
I'd love to hear her story and how she ended up.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Right.
That was her.
Nadine Beasley.
Nadine. Is that what it is? Nadine.
Nadine.
Oh, she called.
Why can't you be
Beasley,
true?
you are charged with a
elbow
Class B
movement.
misdemeanor criminal mischief for damaging property with a bond amount of $1,000.
Merry Christmas.
And a Class A misdemeanor assault causing bodily injury to another with a bond amount of $1,000. Total amount of your bond is $2,000. You're not going to get a personal bond because this is like the third time you've been arrested in the last couple of months, and based on particular allegations in the case, I'm not comfortable doing a personal bond, but I did set your bonds low. A bail bondsman will often bond you out for 10%, which in this case will be $200. You'll have an opportunity to use
a very good foot massage.
Would you like a court-appointed attorney, or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
Can I have a court appointment, please?
Do you have any questions?
So my bond to get out is.
She don't have any arms.
What's
It's $2,000. Bail bonds maybe want to do it for $200.
2%.
That's right.
Okay, can I use the phone?
Yep.
Sure.
Can I phone a
A
friend?
little bit.
Okay, understood. Thank you. That's all.
All right. Good luck.
Can I show you my
Thank you.
Desiree
Are
LaFave.
you in here?
I love her.
Miss LaFave, you are charged with an out-of-county felony out of Harris County for failing to appear in court on a felony drug charge that you'd already bonded out on previously. The district judge there in Harris County has set the bond at $5,000. You can bond out from here. You don't have to wait till you're transferred to Harris County to try to bond out. So bail bonds maybe want to do it for 10%, which would be $500. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
Court appointed.
Do you have any questions?
I guess there's nothing I could try to talk to them about because I was trying to get the money already, went out beforehand to try to pay it so I could get a new court date.
Yeah.
But first off, that's happened.
Well, what we could do is, your court we're gonna notify Harris County to appoint you an attorney. It may be the same one that was appointed originally.
Moves constantly.
And they'll reach out to you in the next couple
like
days.
Bob
And they can go talk to the district judge and explain why you failed to show up for court and try, and that district judge has the option to reinstate the old bond. So you could talk to your lawyer about what they might be able to do to help expedite your release, okay?
I have one question. I did not know when I first got here to get the numbers off of my phone that I needed because I didn't know how long I had, and I didn't get any of the numbers that I seriously need to reach out. Is there any way one of your officers maybe could just let me get the 3 numbers I need?
So it's unlikely, but that's not my choice. The correctional officers would be the ones who would tell you whether you might be able to get access to your property. Usually once you're
a lot of these
in,
girls are repeat offenders,
it's
though.
not
We've
something you can get
noticed here
access to.
with
Just
this group.
talk to your post officer about whether there's some process to do that. It's just not something I would have anything to do with. Okay. All right. If you do bond out, make sure you show up for your court dates there in Harris County, okay?
For real,
good
Gary,
luck.
he might. He does. He's constantly moving.
All right, Naomi Makwa.
Yeah, Makua.
Makula.
Say it right. Put
That's
some
right.
respect on it.
Makwa.
That lady.
Thank you.
How-
Sorry.
how do you-
It's Hawaiian.
I'm in jail.
Makua, how do you
There
spell?
you go. M-A-K, M as in Mary, A-K-U-A.
All right, sorry about that, Makua. All right, Ms. Makua, you are charged with a 3rd-degree felony, injury to an elderly person.
Makuya.
Your bond amount is set at $2,000. Set it quite low on a case of this nature, so that because I know you don't have much money, and I wanted you to be able to bond out. The law
How do
does
you
not
know what
allow a
she's
personal
got?
bond. On
She
a case
in
of
the
this
gym, brah.
nature, but you can possibly a bail bonds are often charged 10%. In this case, they'd be around $200.
This was a huge misunderstanding though.
Well,
I mean, I have it, I'm actually the wounded one. If you look, well, I have a whole case file.
Right.
This
you should be in
person
there.
has factitious disorder imposed on another, otherwise known as Munchausen syndrome. Integral knows about it.
I want you to
She
say-
fabricates a lot of stuff. I'm just telling you, this is I'm not a violent person, but I do have a condition in my brain that's post-traumatic, it's complex PTSD. So this is from a long-term exposure to and fight or flight,
Water in Camp Lejeune.
Condition. We all have this, right? And when someone is meaningfully taking away like the food source or whatever, and then fabricates, there's evidence to prove my position.
So I don't want you to talk about the facts of the case, and
I'm just saying.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I can't discuss the facts of the
Doesn't
case.
do you any
with you without
good.
your
You
lawyer
can't do
present.
anything
Clear.
about it.
For your protection, because whatever you say
Clear.
is against you. Okay. Now your bond was
we
originally
talk?
recommended at 10,000. I reduced it to 2,000 based upon your financial situation and the particular facts of the case. So you'll have an opportunity to use the phone in a minute, try to get a hold of your family. They might be able to get a bail bondsman for around $200. All right. If you do post bond, Ms. Makua, you are required to abide by an emergency protective.
Thank you, Phil.
I'm going to go through that right now. This is for the protection of Maria Munoz, and it prohibits you from doing 4 things. First of all, you're prohibited from committing family violence against her. I believe it's your mother.
She does that to me too, but
Is that your mother?
yeah, that's my mother.
Okay, you're prohibited from committing family violence against her. You're prohibited from communicating with her or members of the household or family in a threatening or harassing manner. Third, you're prohibited from going within 200 yards of the address at 714 Simon
That was
Eddy
fun,
Drive,
Lola.
Unit B in Austin, Texas. You cannot go within 200 yards of that address. Now, I know you probably have some personal belongings there. You're going to have someone else go there, get your stuff for you, and bring it to you. You can't go within 200 yards of that address. Do you understand that?
Yes, I have a dog there also.
Well, you're going to have someone else go get the dog for you. And my understanding is that our staff has already talked to your aunt, and they're willing to allow you to stay there. So you
I
have
thought you
some
said
other
that they
places to
talked to
go,
the
but
dog
you're
and
gonna
the
have
dog
have
didn't
your
want to go
aunt
with
or
her.
someone
The dog
else go
wanted to
get your
stay,
dog
yeah.
for you.
I heard, it's clear.
All right. Lastly, you're prohibited from carrying a firearm or ammunition.
Please.
This protective order is going to last for 2 months till March 3rd. You're going to get a copy. Make sure you read it and comply with it, because if you violate it,
And
it is
allegedly
punishable
beats her
up
up,
to a
too.
year in jail.
4
Now,
days before Mike's
Ms.
birthday.
Makua, you also have 2 other conditions you need to comply with, and that is you're not allowed to have any contact with your mom, even by phone or text message or email.
Wonderful.
Okay, and that does not expire with the protective order. That's in effect as long as this case is pending, even if it's a year. Do you understand that?
That is absolutely wonderful.
Good.
Actually, they treat me better in here.
Okay.
be
Second
honest.
of all, you're required to report to a mental health supervision officer.
I already do.
Well, when you get out of jail, you'll have a piece of paper with the name
again.
and number of a person that you need to contact within 24 hours. You need to call them and set up an appointment with them and report in whenever they require. They may have you get evaluated by a mental health professional. You need to follow their directions. Take any medication.
Separate from Integra. Sorry.
Go ahead. What?
I'm already with the county
I
Integra.
know. I read that. And just call your supervision officer, and they make sure that they coordinate whatever care you need. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Do you want a court-appointed attorney, or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
Your Honor.
All right, we'll be here all day if we keep up with this. Guys, thank you.
We love you guys. It's been a great first day back to work in 2023. A stellar cast of beautiful people. And if you've enjoyed yourself, now's the time, Creed. Go ahead and slap the like on it, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. And like Creed said, it's Monday, so it's Mini Chase Monday over on. We got
That's
to
what I
chase.
thought. Sorry. Oh, man, that's creepy up there looking down.
Oh, that is. That's the person who's going to give you the next offer when you open your briefcase. I say don't take it and just open the briefcase.
Just go all the way. Yeah.
All the way.
Yeah, that's how you play Deal or No Deal. All right, guys, we'll see you at 405 East where we got to chase. Until
That's
then,
right.
as Mikey says.
Yeah. Until next time, who loves you? Bye-bye.
Yeah, don't forget the voting will be happening.
Oh, the big voting. Democracy in action, Creed.
That's right.